So what's a meta-discipline? What is a meta-discipline? Well, a meta-discipline is a discipline that we engage in on a very regular basis that makes all of our life become optimized, more wonderful, more creative, and where we can stay on track, grow well, grow in purpose, and become empowered. That's what a meta-discipline is. It makes everything else work better. I know of 6 powerful meta-disciplines that create a synergy of practices within which awareness space, which is finding awareness on the inside, authenticity, the innate resilience and the agency of your life can be found and developed and arises as the essence of our life. The first of these is embodied awareness, finding awareness in the flesh, fleshy awareness as the body. If there's not awareness in the flesh, there's unawareness. Yeah? So we're using movement and breath movement practices to uncover the unconscious patterns of mind and body that otherwise play out through a resistance, that play out through sabotage, that play out through lethargy. There's also a common pattern of perceiving and feeling mind as separate from body, consciousness as separate from matter, body separate from nature, as if consciousness and matter were separate rather than expressions of the same cosmos. Embodied awareness brings us home to this non-dual experience. The second meta-discipline is meditative depth, or mind mastery as I call it, which is finding awareness in the intersynaptic space of brain traffic. Awareness space here gives us radical neuroplastic choice, the creative choice of each arising moment of responsibility. Meditative depth is a skill set of finding psycho-emotional freedom within the challenges and exigencies of life. Challenges don't go away. They're not going to. Our perception of them changes. Here we're talking about cultivating divergence, convergence, powerful brain training, compassion training, the heart training, and situational meditations and the practice of presence. This is the meta-discipline of meditative depth or mind mastery. The third meta-discipline is conscious breath work. Systematic, intelligent, conscious breath work, which facilitates deep awareness space as it links body, emotion, mind, and the environment. Every breath you breathe is the connection to the environment as the environment, and it reminds us of the inseparable matrix of existence of which we are a whole on. What's a whole on? It refers to a subset within a set, a part within parts. You are not separate from the air or the earth. You're a part of this planet, an inseparable part of nature, a whole on. This planet is a whole on of the solar system of the galaxy. It's all whole-ons within whole-ons within the whole. The one is the many is the one. Conscious breathwork brings us home to systemic inseparability when we practice intelligently. It also gives us the neurological gears to be fully in acceptance of change, be fully in presence, fully in flow, and also move and change states on demand. Conscious breathwork gives us focus on demand, relaxation on demand, compassion on demand. Compassion is a lifestyle. It gives us broad and wide presence on demand. All of this is pretty good. The fourth meta-discipline is creativity. And creativity is the capacity for translational and transformational curiosity. The capacity for play, for exploration and optimization. We get curious. We get curious about stuff, about materials, resources, and we explore and play with them to create new arrangements. That's what curiosity is. And this incredible capacity to rearrange, find new expressions and possibilities, whether inside or outside. It can, of course, have highly aesthetic qualities to it that exist simply to please the sense fields. Creativity can have highly pragmatic elements to it that are now new possibilities in perception and engagement with the world. New tools, new tech. Enhanced creativity is a natural human capacity and also a discipline in as much as we choose to use the skills to develop this capacity. Because creativity is a key tool, a very, very profound key tool to face an uncertain future and to create an optimal possibility of conscious evolution. Meta-discipline number 5 is relational intelligence, which is the art of compassionate and evolved communication, and also working in teams. We're tribal creatures, to create outcomes that are not possible alone. We are tribal mammals. Practices such as circling, presencing, authentic relating, evolved communication, and compassionate leadership are some of the key skills, the very, very key skills in relational intelligence. As a species, we're still in evolution and we're growing in consciousness. We're growing in consciousness and growing in consciousness as relationship. And this is a key element of this. Now, the solid base of meta-disciplines 1 to 4, with the triangular sides with their powerful geometry leading to the peak of relational intelligence, indicates the role and the synergistic aspect of each of these meta-disciplines. These meta-disciplines are not in isolation. Each supports the other. Each synergizes the other. Now, the 6th meta-discipline is ecological intelligence. It's kind of like the field around these meta-disciplines, around the pyramid, and around the peak and above the pyramid of synergy is ecological intelligence. The center of the pyramid and what permeates it all is awareness space. Awareness space. And this synergy enables us to be the most evolved possibility we can be as individuals, as teams, as cultures, as communities, and in systemic relationship. That means relationship with, to, and as our environment, or nature if you prefer, of which we are a whole on. And we're not alone in the world. Remember, this capacity for potent resilience is in community always. Building communities and relationships from the base of these pillars, these meta-disciplines, is the work of us consciously evolving our species in relationship to the ecological integrity of our planetary home. This is what we're doing. Ecological intelligence is responsive to the feedback of nature. It's not about domination. It understands gene-environment interaction. It understands climate health and ecological tipping points, and promotes health and well-being for humanity and the myriad interdependent species of this planet in relationship to each other. Health and well-being doesn't happen independent of nature. This is where the practices come into their own. They become a key element of how we live, of how we walk and how we walk our talk, of how, who, what and why we are, individually and together here on planet Earth. They're a powerful synergy, a way of operating here to make this planet inhabitable for generations and generations and generations to come.